Blood Orchid, Genesis. Premise, Part 2. By Orville Mills months after recovering the blood orchid, Ghost Unit learns that the flower's healing properties come with a dark cost. A secret organization, the Helix Order, wants the orchid for their own agenda, one that could reshape humanity itself. When Ramirez is kidnapped, the team must track her to an underground biolab deep beneath the Amazon, where something far worse than the Omega virus is being created. New threats. The Helix Order, a secret society that believes in forced evolution, using the orchid's properties to create enhanced humans. Hybrid soldiers, genetic experiments that blend human DNA with jungle predators. Faster, stronger, and almost unstoppable. A dying jungle. With the orchid removed, the jungle itself is changing, becoming a hostile, decaying wasteland. The mission. Find Ramirez before Helix experiments on her. Destroy the lab before the hybrids escape. Decide whether the orchid's power is worth saving or if it should be erased forever. The question remains. Did they save the world, or doom it? Blood Orchid, Genesis. The first mistake. In a high-security biolab deep beneath the Amazon, Dr. Helena Vasquez stared in horror at the test subject before her. What had once been a man was now something else, its veins pulsed with a crimson glow, its eyes black as the void. The blood orchid had worked. It had healed the Omega virus. But it had also created something monstrous. The creature broke free, slaughtering the guards before disappearing into the jungle. Vasquez barely had time to send one final encrypted message before the alarms drowned out her screams. Ghosts of the jungle. 6 months had passed since Ghost Unit escaped the Amazon. The blood orchid had been synthesized into a cure, saving millions from the Omega virus. But something wasn't right. Captain Ethan Cross had seen what the jungle did to those who tried to control it. He knew it wasn't over. When Lieutenant Sofia Ramirez vanishes while escorting a shipment of the cure, their worst fears are confirmed. The kidnappers leave a message: return to the jungle. Or she dies. This wasn't over. The Helix Order. Their mission takes them to a hidden facility in the Andes, run by a rogue scientific cult known as the Helix Order. Led by the enigmatic Dr. Elias Voss, they believe the blood orchid is the key to human evolution. They don't just want to cure disease. They want to rewrite humanity itself. And Ramirez is their next test subject. Into the abyss. Cross, Mercer, Briggs, and Kim gear up for extraction. But this time, the jungle isn't the only danger. Black Vulture mercenaries, what's left of the old enemy, have joined Helix. Hybrid creatures, the failed experiments, lurk in the ruins, hunting anything that moves. A dying jungle, with the orchid gone, the rainforest is rotting, collapsing into chaos. And something else waits in the darkness. Something that was never meant to exist. Evolution's price. Ramirez is alive, but barely. Voss has injected her with a refined serum from the orchid, pushing her beyond human limits. Her body is healing at unnatural speeds, her senses heightened, but something inside her is changing. Cross and the team fight their way through the facility, finding Ramirez just as she starts to lose control. Her strength is unnatural. Her rage is feral. She's becoming one of them. The last stand. The jungle erupts into war. Black Vulture mercenaries clash with Ghost Unit. The hybrid creatures break free, slaughtering anything in sight. And deep within the lab, Voss unveils his final experiment, a perfected hybrid, faster and deadlier than anything before. Cross faces a choice. Save Ramirez, risking that she might turn into a monster. Destroy the orchid forever, dooming the jungle and losing its cure. As the lab collapses, Ramirez makes the decision for him. Burn it all. She detonates the explosives, erasing the blood orchid's last traces. What have we done? Ghost Unit barely escapes as the jungle is swallowed by fire. The last of the blood orchid is gone. The Omega virus is cured. But Ramirez isn't the same. Her wounds heal faster than normal. Her reflexes are too sharp. And deep in the jungle, something stirs in the ashes. The orchid might be gone, but evolution has already begun. The end. Please like, share and subscribe to help the channel grow. Thank you. Blood Orchid, Extinction Part 3 by Orville Mills. What happens when humanity's greatest cure becomes its greatest threat? Blood Orchid, Extinction, the Awakening. The Amazon burned. Where the blood orchid once thrived, only blackened earth remained. But something had survived. Deep beneath the ruins of the Helix Order's facility, a single spore lay dormant until the rains came. It pulsed. It spread. And something new was born. A life form unlike anything before. The new plague. 2 years had passed since Ghost Unit destroyed the last traces of the blood orchid. The Omega virus was gone. Humanity had recovered. But something was wrong. Reports surfaced of people vanishing in the Amazon, of strange mutations in survivors who had received the cure. Some were stronger, faster, but others changed into something else entirely. Then the first city fell. A jungle overtook it overnight, swallowing streets, buildings, and people. Those who walked into the vines never came back. The blood orchid wasn't dead. It had evolved. The return to the jungle. Captain Ethan Cross had sworn never to go back. But when Sofia Ramirez vanishes again, this time without a trace, he has no choice. Ghost Unit reassembles for one last mission. Sergeant Mason Briggs, heavy weapons, now dealing with a failing heart after exposure to the orchid. Corporal Alex Ghost Mercer, sniper, the only one who still trusts Ramirez. Tech specialist Noah Kim, the only one who suspects the orchid isn't done with them. A new threat awaits them. Project Eden, a secret faction of survivors who worship the orchid as the next step for humanity. The Biotitans, massive, plant-based creatures that hunt like apex predators. Ramirez, or what she's becoming. Ramirez's truth. When they finally find Ramirez, she isn't the same. The blood orchid's mutation has progressed, making her stronger than any human alive. She's faster. She heals instantly. And she's no longer fully human. But she isn't their enemy. She's seen what's coming. The jungle isn't just spreading. It's consuming. It's thinking. It's turning the entire planet into something new. And she's the only one who understands how to stop it. The final war. With Ramirez leading them, Ghost Unit makes a desperate push toward Ground Zero, where the first spore was reborn. But the jungle has its own guardians. The primals, fully transformed humans, now something between man and plant, with minds linked to the jungle. Eden's chosen, survivors who believe merging with the jungle is humanity's only future. The Orchid Queen, the final evolution of the orchid's power, a sentient force that remembers everything. It knows what Ghost Unit did. And it's waiting for them. The last choice. At the heart of the overgrown ruins, Ramirez reveals the truth. The blood orchid is no longer a cure. It's a new species, and humanity is the disease. There's only one way to stop it. Burn the entire jungle, wiping out every last trace of the orchid, but also killing Ramirez. Or let it grow, accepting that humanity's time is over. As the jungle closes in, Cross makes the hardest decision of his life. The sky burns. The earth screams. And the world changes forever. A new dawn. Months later, Cross stands at the edge of the Amazon, now a scorched wasteland. The jungle is gone. But he doesn't feel relief. Because deep beneath the ashes, something is still breathing. Blood orchid, rebirth the survivor. The world thought the blood orchid was gone. The fires had erased it. The jungle was dead. But not everything burned. Deep beneath the Amazon, in a hidden Helix Order bunker, a lone survivor awoke. Sofia Ramirez. She should have died in the fire. But the orchid inside her wouldn't let her. And now, she wasn't human anymore. The hunt begins. For months, Ramirez stayed hidden. The world outside had moved on, believing the orchid was destroyed. But she knew the truth. It was still inside her. Growing. Changing her. And someone knew she was alive. A shadowy new organization, the Obsidian Directive, had been tracking her. They weren't like Helix. They didn't want to study her. They wanted to control her. The last echo of Eden. Ramirez follows whispers of a hidden jungle, a place that shouldn't exist. Satellite images show nothing but scorched earth, but locals tell stories of travelers disappearing, of plants growing where none should. The blood orchid wasn't dead. It was regrowing. And it was calling her home. The war for the future. The deeper Ramirez goes, the more she changes. Her senses are sharper. Her wounds heal instantly. She doesn't just hear the jungle. She feels it. She isn't the only one. Obsidian Directive has sent a team to capture her enhanced soldiers, armed with technology designed to suppress the orchid's power. But something else is hunting them all. Something born from the last, hidden seed of the blood orchid. The orchid revenant. The orchid's final choice at the heart of the reborn jungle, Ramirez finds the truth. The blood orchid isn't just surviving. It's adapting. It no longer wants to consume the world. It wants a new future. And it has chosen her to decide what that future will be. Destroy the last of the orchid, wiping it out forever but at the cost of her own life. Merge with it completely, becoming something beyond human but never walking among humanity again. As the jungle closes in, the final battle begins. Rebirth. The world changes that night. No one knows what really happened in the Amazon. All they know is that the jungle stopped spreading. The remaining spores were gone. And Sofia Ramirez? She vanished. Some say she died. Others whisper that she still walks in the deep jungle, neither human nor monster, something new. Waiting. Watching. For the day the world needs her again. A final message. In a secret lab, a scientist reviews the last transmission from the Amazon. A heartbeat. Soft. Rhythmic. Alive. The blood orchid isn't gone. It's just waiting. The blood orchid saga ends. Please like, share and subscribe to help the channel grow. Thank you.